Well guys, despite a bit of a sticky patch recently in the league, we seem to still be a top half side somehow, and I honestly thought that this episode would be the one where I told you I'd had a new job. We'd had an interview with Roma. I was thinking everything was going to go well. We'd be manager of Roma. We'd have a lovely sort of orangey red background for our first episode abroad in the Journeyman this year, but it didn't happen. Ronald Koeman got the job. How many jobs has he took from our grasp? Tottenham, I think, was one. There might have been a couple of others as well, but Ronald Koeman. Grrr. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Football Manager 2018 and part 5 of season 10 of the Journeyman with Stoke City. Still, and today we have two matches, one against the not bottom side, relegation threatened Wolverhampton Wanderers, and then we're playing Newcastle, who are still flying high in the league after a very good year last year, seeing them finish in 8th. They're currently in 7th this year, so they're looking like a good side, and I think that'll be quite a good game. So since the last episode where we got our revenge against Crystal Palace, we have lost 4-1 to Chelsea. More annoying was the fact that Paul Glatzel got injured in that game, but cometh the hour, cometh the man. Jose Maria Ugarte is in some sensational form. We beat Tottenham 4-1 in the league. What a match that was. Ugarte getting one, Neres getting two, and Unal getting the other one. We then lost 4-2 to Chelsea in the FA Cup, but Ugarte got 2 goals. We then drew 1-1 against Swansea away from home. Ugarte getting the goal there. And then more disappointingly, we drew 1-1 against Southampton with Neres scoring a 34th minute penalty. But despite all that sort of sticky form in the league and the Cup, being out of it, of course, we sit in 9th place after 26 games. If we win today, we could go up to 8th, and then if we beat Newcastle, we could be at the dizzy heights of 7th place if we get 2 victories today, which would be amazing, really. I don't know how we've done it. I don't know how we've turned it around, but we have done, and that's great. Squad performances then. Top goal scorer is Paul Glatzel, but he is just 1 ahead of Ugarte, 15 and 14 respectively, and then top assists, Glatzel and Ugarte, 9 and 7, and top average rating, Glatzel and Ugarte, 7.5 and a 7.3. There is one thing that I do need to update you on. Let's see if I can find it. I should have probably found it before the start of the episode, but we have announced that we will leave Stoke at the end of the season. Has today announced his intention to resign from his role in charge of Stoke at the end of the season. So we've done that, which means that, you know, we're going. We are leaving at the end of the season, which is fantastic. We can reverse that decision, and we can make that immediate, but that's a new feature in this year's game, that we can retire and resign at the end of the club season. And it just gives you that little bit of freedom. You know, you don't have to do it rash at all, but, you know, we've done it now. We've resigned from Stoke, and that is our history there. Quite a cool screen, actually. But they've, in light of that, took all of the responsibility from us, really. There's nothing that we actually do at the football club now, apart from the team talks and stuff, but that's just the way it goes. I'm absolutely fine with that, and hopefully we can go out with a bang. So this is the team that we will play today. We've got Delgadillo in goal, we've got Price, Vimmer, Mustafi and Chilwell in defence. We've then got Rizvanovic and Super Mario in midfield, with Neres and Unal starting wide of Ugarte and Glatzel up top. The return and Paul Glatzel from his injury hopefully he can prove that he is the top dog around here and that Ugarte has got no business whatsoever trying to get that top scorer spot out of him. So, yeah, the media have been on our backs a lot. Obviously, I'm resigning at the end of the season. This is your motivation. The reason I'm resigning, by the way, for those of you who haven't been here since the preview episode at the start, the rules of the Journeyman are as follows. We can only spend 3 full seasons maximum at a club at any one time, unless there's sort of extenuating circumstances. I think that's what I'm trying to say. For example, if I take Stoke to the Champions League, we might give it another season, but I do kind of want to leave. Anyway, here's Neres. It doesn't look like anything's happening there. Price now to Super Mario. We will see out this highlight and we'll see what happens. Glatzel just wide. Yeah, so 3 seasons maximum. We are reaching the end of our 3rd full season at Stoke, so we will be resigning at the end. I've also got to make realistic financial and geographical decisions. That's less of an issue now because I have been making $35,000 a week at Stoke, so you know I can feasibly afford to probably move anywhere in the world now, as long as I'm getting a similar sort of wage somewhere else, so that, you know, if I'm getting offered $4,000 a week from somewhere, I'm probably not going to move. I'm not going to take that sort of pay cut. Another thing is, well, hold on. Another thing is that once we win the top division at a club, which probably isn't going to happen in England anytime soon with Man United's dominance, once we've done that, we can't return to that country. And finally, what was the last one? Who knows? No player search screen, so I don't use the player search function on for transfers and stuff. I just use the scout reports, which was quite a problem early on. It's not so much now. I tend to just rely on them anyway, because once the real players start going out of the game, there's no real point in doing the player search stuff, because you don't know who's who, and it's much better looking at scout reports. Super Mario hits the post. How on earth are we not 1-0 up in this game? We're going to demand a bit more from them. Come on, boys. So yeah, that is basically the rules of the Journeyman. Luckily, not much happened in that first half, so I was able to commentate over that. We will be putting replays on, and I found this feature as well, disallowed goals, so we will have a look at any disallowed goals in the match, and we can judge whether it is offside or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for all the support on the Man United episodes over the weekend. I really do appreciate that. A lot of people seem to like the style of it, and maybe you will start to see some of that style creeping into the Journeyman as Paul Glatzel puts us 1-0 up, and that is brilliant. We're 1-0 up now. And we should rise to 8th in the Premier League. We're almost at 40 points. I'm not even sure we got to 40 points last year, in all fairness. So, you know, we're just having such a better season. We seem a lot more motivated. We've got a decent squad together. We seem to be getting results. And we're out of all of the cup competitions. I think that was a big part of last season. We had a lot of distractions from the league, and we were concentrating, certainly towards the end of the season, very much on the Europa League and FA Cup. And once that was over, we had nothing to play for in the league because we were just in no man's land in 14th place. But that's the way it goes. You know, we are looking like we are on course for a top 10 finish this year, so I think we've sufficiently reproven ourselves as a manager, and hopefully it'll help us out getting a job in the summer. But the fact that we're resigning probably helps us out, because Stoke keep blocking moves from people who can't afford the compensation. So it's probably a blessing in disguise that we are going to resign, because I don't think we are going to get a job before then, which is unfortunate. I will keep applying and we will keep trying. But I think it will be a blessing in disguise. So yeah, Anyway, that's forward to Ashton. Ashton hasn't had much of a chance in the team recently. After a decent first year last year, he has had a few injury troubles this year. So hopefully he can turn that around today. And he can maybe grab a goal later on. Here's Grayson with a free kick over the bar. But I am kind of worried that Wolves are going to nick something from this game because we haven't killed it off. And that just hit the bar. That was very close. I think we are going to go counter-attacking now. Although it might be a bit late. Oh, dear me. That was close. That was very close. 5 minutes to go here. Let's tighten up. Come on, boys. 3 minutes of added time. I don't like a highlight this late on. Here's Ashton. Oh, he's lost it. That's forward to Taylor. What a chance this is for Wolves. What a miss. Oh, that's a bad miss. Grayson Rizvanovic gets it away. Oh, I tell you what, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. But that should be full time. Yes, full time at Molineux. A good 1-0 victory away from home. It takes us up to 8th place in the Premier League. And can we reach the heights of 7th by getting a victory over Newcastle? By the way, sorry if you've seen the Ghost of Joe. Anybody that's been watching for a while will know that when I wear this white shirt, the green seems to reflect off the screen onto this shirt. And obviously the green screen behind it messes up. And you end up having the ghost of Captain Goodspeed doing these episodes. Goodness me. Right, guys, here we are to play the tune. Come on, lads. At home at the Britannia Stadium, because I refuse to call it the Bet365 Stadium. It is the Britannia Stadium. Just a couple of changes to let you know about. Raheem Sterling, we're going to give him a little go on that left-hand side. I feel like he hasn't had a fair shot of a run in the team. If we have a look at his form, you know, he hasn't really played recently, you know, but he did have a decent spell in the team up here, and I feel like he has been maybe hard done by, is what I'm trying to say. So let's give him a go today. We'll see how he does. If he does rubbish, then we'll take him out for the next match. But that is the only change to let you know about. Come on, boys. Let's beat Newcastle United, who are, you know, going to be in an almighty battle with us this season. You know, but 10 games to go. If we can get, I don't know what's a realistic target. Maybe you may be looking at trying to get 21 points out of this next 10 games. Now, that's a big ask, but if we can do that, we'd end up on 60 points, and that would be cracking for us. It would be a cracking season. You know, if we can get into the mid-50s in terms of points, I would be delighted. I think that would be easily top half of the table, maybe even top 7. So we'll just see how it goes. But today has to be the start of it. We have to hit the ground running and get these points on the board, because we are playing Man United and Liverpool in the next 2 games. Here's Ugarte to David Neres off the bar. That was close. That was really close. But what a move from us. And we are playing some wonderful football at the moment. Here's Super Mario. Forward to Ben Chilwell. Chilwell in the middle. It's Ugarte. It's in. I don't know if he managed to get it. He didn't. Bastos scores the own goal, and it is 1-0, and we move past 40 points for this season. And this is the 28th game, so there's 10 games after this. So, you know, maybe I reduce that by a couple of points. 19 points out of the next 10 games. I think that's achievable. That's sort of 6 wins and a draw, or, you know, equivalents. Hopefully we can do that. Super Mario into the middle. Here's Neres. It's Glatzel. It's 2. And we are firmly on our way in this game. Glatzel's had a score in return from his injury. And maybe we're seeing the old Paul Glatzel. We will definitely finish in the top 7. If he can refine his form from the last sort of two seasons, I guess, then we are in for a really good finish. Sterling gets it forward towards Glatzel. Can he get it in? He certainly can. He has Neres. That should have been 3. That should have been 3. But unfortunately, it wasn't. Anyway, here's Chilwell. Chilwell on the ball. Now Rizvanovic. Here's Glatzel. Paul Glatzel on the ball. Doesn't happen. Here's Wimmer. Now Ribica. Now to Alvarez. Alvarez on the ball. Ooh, well wide. Well wide. There you go then. Half time. It's 2-0. I think we can be pretty pleased with that. Don't look at the scoreboard and think that I like that. I like that a lot. Is that a new team talk? Very strange. But we're 2-0 up. We can be happy with that. Coming up to 55 minutes or so. Ugarte yet again not turning up. So I think it's time to see our new boy, Robertson Gomez. We'll play him as a poacher and see how he does today. Super Mario can come off as well, and we'll put on Ross Barkley and we'll see what he can do. But we've got Robertson Gomez, who has scored 1 goal, I think, since he's turned up here. Hopefully he can get another one today. He has Neres on the ball. Now to Ross Barkley. Gets it forward to Glatzel, who loses it. Here's Mbemba. Mbemba back to Posavec. Back. Now to Mustafi. To Barkley. Here's David Neres. Gets it forward to Gomez. Oh, he's lost it. And it's Premier League, isn't it? It's just such an adjustment. But here he is now. What a save. What a save. It was a good shot. Unfortunately, didn't make it past the keeper. Neres into the middle. Here's Rizvanovic now. Rizvanovic on the ball. Neres. Oh, he loses it. Oh, it's offside, I should say. But, no, I'm pretty happy with this. It has to be said. Acuna. Now to Rebecca. Now to Sheik. Sheik to Ribka. Now here's Wimmer. Wimmer to Delgadillo. Gets it away towards Gomez. Now here's Glatzel. Glatzel to Sterling. Come on. Sterling. Forward to Neres. Come on, get in there, son. Neres to Gomez, who puts it in the back of the net. It's 3-0. Robertson Gomez gets his 2nd goal for the club. And we can be delighted once again with that. What a ball from Sterling. What a game he's had. And Neres with the ball in, and Gomez scores. 3-0. Job done. Come on, boys. Great stuff. Here's Herrera. Rizvanovic cuts it out. Here's Acuna now. Acuna and Lewis. Lewis, Robertson over the bar. And I tell you what, we could be on for 2 clean sheets here. Just say it quietly, because, Delgadillo doesn't like keeping clean sheets. But if we could keep one today, that would be great. We'll bring John Parsons on for this last 10 minutes and see how he does. We're also going to go defensive in this last 5 minutes, just to make sure that we hold it out and hopefully hang on to that clean sheet. And, I think Delgadillo's been rather good this season. I think that has been one of the reasons why we have had an upturn in form, because defensively we have been brilliant. And there you have it, 3-0. How delighted can we be with that? We're up in 7th. We better not get a nosebleed because we're so high. If you have enjoyed that episode, then make sure you do leave a like down below. It really, really does mean a lot for me, and it really does help out the channel as well. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.